Okay, we're live, and we have a guest on the phone today. And who am I talking to?
This is Mansell Baker, candidate for mayor of East Cleveland.
I understand you got some news for us.
Yeah, no, it was a bit of a scare for a lot of my supporters and those that were concerned about why they did not see the validation of my signatures on the Board of Elections website. Wanted to inform the residents that at a point where the Board of Elections had to do a cross-check with other ballots that were filed before mine, they had to check for duplications, and they also had to check for signatures that were not on file. They completed that process today. I was informed by a Board of Elections official that my petitions was valid, and it will be reflected on the website later on this evening. If anybody has any questions, they can reach out to me, and I can further explain in detail. There were some others that may not have made the certification or actual validation process. That will also be reflected this evening per the Board of Elections. So I wish all the candidates that were validated best of luck, and I'll see you on the trail.
Well, it seems like there's been a lot of, when we called the Board of Elections, they explained that, I believe it's Bay Village that has the same stuff that we have, where they have to do the process. And I asked them, I said, what's taking so long? Because we're not talking a lot of signatures on each ballot. But it seemed like it took longer for them to get this done than the recall we just completed, the process.
I agree with that. I believe that there was a discrepancy on another candidate's petition, which delayed my process a little bit longer. I don't know what the particulars of that entail, but they did notify me that there was some type of discrepancy. And by all means, I think they have some type of obligation to keep that confidential between them and that candidate. But there was a discrepancy that was reported.
Well, we're going to be monitoring, of course, the election. Now, what are your plans for what do you plan if you're elected mayor? What are your plans for the city? Because that's what people want to know.
Plans are many, Mr. Struthers. That would take a longer conversation, but I wanted to, point out a few things that interest me. I want to first tackle debt consolidation and put together a plan to resolve our debt. That involves renegotiating our bills with our vendors, outstanding vendors. I also want to. I've been in touch with a few potential businesses that are looking to relocate. Hopefully I can get them to seize Cleveland as their next home. I've also been in touch with some other elected officials that want to see good government happen, and they are pleased with my integrity, and they are pleased with my ability to present myself well and represent the residents of East Cleveland over the last several years. So I intend on, establishing new partnerships. One of the things that I want to do is evaluate our infrastructure and change that around so that we can get the best outcomes for the residents in relationship to customer service, the way we do business on a day-to-day basis, and restore the integrity. We have a number of lawsuits out there that we're going to have to give account for. And I want to reassure those that are in litigation with the city that the city is going to take that very seriously and make sure that we are accountable for our actions over the last decade or so, because some of those lawsuits stream over past decades. So debt consolidation involves a lot of things. It involves our bills, our litigation, things that we're responsible for over the years. I also want to streamline our government processes. Some of our departments are operating at a bare minimum, some of our fund-generating departments, and I wanted to make sure that we have the best qualified individuals there so we can enforce housing and our commercial business codes.
That sounds pretty good, but one of the things that priority things are the problems that Noble Road continue on with the fact that now all of a sudden that $6.5 million has dwindled down to barely $1 million to get that stuff cleaned up down there. And I think the residents all over the city are kind of concerned about Noble Road because it's gone global. What are your plans for that? What are you thinking about that?
My plans, as I stated in council, are to bring a criminal charge to George Michael Riley and make sure that we are holding him accountable for the breach of contract that he presented to the city at this point. My plan for that is to first see what are all our options in getting that cleaned up with the money that's on the table. If it has dwindled down from $6 million to $1 million, want to see what our options are for a speedy cleanup, but also what are our options on the tail end of things to redevelop that land. And I have a idea of what we can use that land for, and it be something that can contribute toward the general revenue of the city.
Well, we're looking forward to this campaign, and hopefully everything will go a little smoother than what the Board of Elections did down there with this beginning. Tell them your name and tell them how to get in touch with you and how to volunteer and bring money.
All right, my name is Mansell Baker. I'm the candidate for mayor of East Cleveland. You can reach me on our Facebook page or friendsofmansellbaker@gmail.com to volunteer, or reach me directly, 216-512-3349.
What's that number again?
I'm glad to talk.
What's that number again? Wait, you're saying it too fast for me. I'm trying to write it down. Say it again slowly.
216-512-3349. I'd be glad to talk about our city.
And on Facebook?
Mansell D. Baker at Facebook. On my Facebook page, yes.
Anything else you want to say?
I wish everybody the best as far as the candidates, and I look forward to speaking to each and every resident. The residents deserve a new, fresh face, creative mind behind the seat of the mayor. They deserve somebody that cares and is compassionate, that goes above and beyond the call of duty when needed, and both in sight and out of sight. I think we've been damaged far too long. We've been up and down in city government and definitely in politics. And I think it just takes somebody now to lead the city in the right direction that has integrity and has a common respect to see the right thing happen for the city of East Cleveland.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate your call, sir.